She's back, kind of. After months of sitting on the sidelines while undergoing chemotherapy, Princess Catherine made her much-anticipated return to royal life overnight by appearing at the Trooping of the Colour.
The tension was palpable.
It's exciting.
Euphoric.
The whole world will be watching Kate. All eyes will be on Kate.
And I can't wait to see her waving to me.
Thousands lined the London streets to finally get a glimpse of her as she rolled on by.
And in the second carriage there, the Princess of Wales.
They see me rolling, they hate it.
With an untold amount of body language experts and royal scrutineers no doubt glued to proceedings, the pressure on Kate was immense.
She looked amazing in the carriage that went by.
She's out and about, and it's wonderful for people to be able to see her.
My day is made. Like our trip to London is made.
She looked amazing. She looks good.
The Trooping the Colour is a fancy pants event meant to honour the reigning monarch, aka Chuck. But the world's hearts and minds were most certainly with Kate as she watched on with a clearly riveted Louis.
Prince Louis.
Afterwards, they popped up at Buckingham Palace to watch the flyover.
Onto the balcony so they can raise their eyes to the skies.
In her own words, Kate is not out of the woods yet when it comes to her cancer treatment, on Friday releasing this pic of her literally still in the woods.
She looks very well in it, actually. She looks brilliant in it. I'm sure it has not been touched up. They wouldn't do that.
But despite months of treatment still to come, the princess's appearance was a massive hit.
I think she's a strong woman.
I think she's in a good spirit.
Someone like her is more of a people figurehead, a little bit like Diana, you could say. It's really nice to know that she's getting better.
She is making progress. She is looking well.
Kate's come to see us all.
So I'm very, very happy.
It's real encouraging to see her back out again, isn't it?
Don't call it a comeback.
We're joined by royal author and correspondent Juliet Rieden. Juliet, how much pressure do you think there was on Kate for this whole moment?
Quite a lot of pressure, I think, actually. And I don't think that would have come from the royal family. I think that's come from the public and from the media. The media has been talking for weeks about whether Trooping would be the time that we would see the princess for the first time, actually, since Christmas Day, her first official appearance in public. Kate would have been well aware of that. Having said that, I think it was a pretty smart move to do it, certainly in the way in which she did it. She released that statement the day before. That was managing expectations, and it was a very personal statement. She told us that, you know, she had good days and bad days, that she wasn't out of the woods, that she's still got months of treatment ahead, and that she was learning to be patient with herself and look after her health. So, you know, it was always going to be a bit touch and go as to whether we were going to see her. And, of course, everyone was so delighted when they did see her.
Do you think this period has put the minds of people who've been wondering where she is at rest?
I think it has, yes. I mean, she looked very relaxed, she looked very happy, very together with the children, and most importantly, part of the unit of the monarchy. And I think that's what this was all about. It was all about seeing this new slimmed-down monarchy as a united team, and we certainly saw that.
It was technically Charles's big day, but he certainly played second fiddle to Kate. Do you think he would be OK with that?
Look, the message from the palace is that he is absolutely delighted. And to be honest, why wouldn't he be? The Mall was absolutely full of throngs of people. They were cheering, they were happy. There's been full coverage around the world. And I think, you know, we saw the King shoulder to shoulder with Kate on the balcony. That's a slightly reversed role from last year when William was standing in that place, William being heir apparent. So I think the message was very clear. These two members of the royal family who have both been going through cancer treatment, shoulder to shoulder, out there, doing their duty in front of the whole of the world and especially the British public. So I think that message was very clear. I don't think the King would be unhappy with that at all.
Juliet, the young Prince Louis clearly stole the show by yawning and mucking around with the curtain cords or whatever. Is he everyone's favourite royal right now?
Look, he always steals the show, doesn't he, Louis? And he's 6 years old and he's a lovely, carefree kid. I actually liked his dance moves. I think that boy's got rhythm. He's done these things before, hasn't he? And, you know, he's going to do a lot of trooping in his lifetime. He's going to be at Trooping the Colour many, many times. And maybe he can get a bit of a routine going for next year.
Juliet, thanks for your time tonight.
Pleasure.